Yes, now bless now people. There's King of the Pit TV. We're signing in after a little minute. I've been absent for some time. I apologise. All right, I've been busy. I've been working on other projects, and to stay up and date and consistent with the whole uploading malarkey and so on and so forth. It includes a lot of juggling, but we're back. All right, we're going to try to remain consistent. I've made a list of so many records I do want to listen to, which I've never listened to before. And this one is on the list, okay? I've never dived into Green Day. There's one tune on this I'm aware of, which is Basket Case. And other than that, you know what? The time when this was more accessible to me, when I was younger, I never got into Green Day because I sort of approached them as quite uncool. I am a fan of punk music, but their aesthetic wasn't necessarily too relatable to me. But I do know that they can write a good song. They are super popular, have been super popular and successful for a reason. So I'm looking forward to getting into this record. We're going to listen to it from start to finish. We don't mess around, do we? Without further ado, this one's entitled Burnout. You're listening to King of the Pit TV. Let's go.
I declare I don't care no more. I'm running up and out and growing bored in my smoked out boring room. My hair is shaking in my eyes, dragging my feet to hit the streets at night. Travel along this shit town lights. I'm not growing up, I'm just burning out.
I'm not growing up, I'm just burning out. This could be the chorus, but it could also be a pre-chorus section.
And I stepped in line to walk amongst the dead. Oh, apathy is rained on me, and now I'm feeling like a soggy dream, so close.
Alright, was that it? Unless the second time around it extends a little. That's a very short burnout. That's a very short chorus section.
I'm just burning out, and
Just so I can give a little bit of insight, right? From what I've picked up within the first 30 seconds of this tune is that they're writing pop songs. They're writing pop songs. If you listen to the guitars, right, there's no embellishment, no ornaments on the guitars or the bass for that matter. It's just power chords, just structured out. We've had the first verse. We've had what sounded like it could have been a pre-chorus. It could have elevated to an even higher section. But, we stated the title of the song or referred to it. I'm burning out, okay? Quite a short chorus, we're back into the verse. So basically, I assume from what I know of Green Day, from the little I've listened and from this very first song of the record, we're just listening to punk rock pop songs. So rather than open chords, we've got power chords. We're doing verse, chorus, bridge section, chorus, potentially in this song. We'll have to find out. And yeah, we're just speeding it up 2 minutes 7 instead of 3 minutes 15 or whatever we'd normally be looking at. Let's go.
stepped in line to walk amongst the dead. Oh, apathy is rained on me, and now I'm feeling like a soggy dream, so close to drowning, but I don't mind. I'll live inside this mental cave, throw my emotions.
Yeah, and let me just say as well, because of that, it is a punk rock band down to the sound of it, the distorted guitars and the drum beats and so forth and the tempo. But at its very foundation, this song in particular, it's singer-songwriter. It's a song over a very basic, well-structured instrumental.
In the grave, hell it leads them anywhere. I'm not growing up, I'm just burning out, and I stepped in line to walk amongst the dead. I'm not growing up, I'm just burning out, and I stepped in line.
So did you hear that? We doubled up on the chorus this time. So we emphasised that hook, because initially it was so short and I was like, bloody hell, that really is short for a chorus, but we've doubled up this second time around. So after this, I assume we're going to change it somehow and go into a bridge section, which might be a guitar solo, an instrumental. It might be a key change to the song. I'll be very surprised if it's a third verse. I'll be very surprised if that's the case.
To walk amongst the dead.
build up. Okay, let me make a comment, yeah? So, I've been talking about the simplicity of the instrumental. They've waited until the bridge section to show off. That's fantastic. That's really good. That's a really good way to concentrate that power of the band. Write a brilliant song, easily relatable, nothing too flashy, just great melodies. And then when it comes to your time to shine, just concentrate that energy and power. That drum solo caught me off guard. That was brilliant. That was good. That was good. That was Burnout. Next we've got Having a Blast.
Save your clothes from turning dull with the new color catcher Max Protect.
Yeah, I was very impressed by that, people. I know that we got good stuff coming from that. In particular, that drum solo. The production on the drum solo, it was just really, it was powerful. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. So, here we are again. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. We're listening to Dookie from start to finish. This one is entitled Having a Blast. Hopefully I'll have a blast. Let's get straight into it.
Take it, all you down with me. Explosive touch hates up my spine. Nothing's gonna change my mind. I won't listen.
We had some harmonies there. Was that from the same frontman, overlapping, or did we have backing vocals from another member of the band?
My spine. Nothing's gonna change my mind. I won't listen to anyone's last words. There's nothing left for you to say. Soon you'll be dead anyway. Well, no one here is getting out alive. This time I'm really.
I've picked it up a couple of times now. That little choke on the cymbal, the drummer just throws in every once in a while. It's subtle, but it makes such an impact.
Lost my mind and I don't care. So close your eyes and get yourself goodbye. And think about the times we spent and what they've been. To me it's nothing. To me it's nothing. To me it's nothing. To me it's nothing. I'm losing all my happiness. The happiness you've been done me. Our loneliness still comforts me. My anger dwells in.
The way he sings, his voice is very unique, which is an incredible selling point, but I would also see as it holding the band back a little bit. Obviously it hasn't done, but it's been my issue, one of my issues with the band when I've heard them in the past. I'm not too fond of the vocal. I know it can't be helped. But it's sort of like when I first started listening to that Blink-182 record, their second LP, which I've done a reaction on. One of the singers, their voice is a little bit in and ah. It's not a great thing, which is it's punk rock, you know, it's pop punk, so it fits the criteria. But, you know, the vocal is a bit debatable for me at this moment in time. Maybe I'll grow into it a little more.
Inside of me, I'm taking it all out on you. And all the shit you put me through. Well, no one here is getting out alive. This time I've really lost my mind and I don't care. So close your eyes and get yourself goodbye. And think about the times we spent and what they've been. To me it's nothing. To me it bring your soul down, but your thoughts are lost your mind. Do you ever want to lead a long trail of destruction? Ammo down in it bullshit.
Let's go back to the start of that bridge section. We've had a modulation, I think.
Do you ever think back to another time? Does it bring your soul down, but your thoughts are lost your mind? Do you ever want to lead a long trail of destruction? Ammo down.
Musicians, anybody who knows about time, do you want to talk to me about the drummer? It seems so far in these two tunes, he's been very consistent on the, would you call it a 16th note? Not a 30-second, surely. Seems like that sort of keeps the energy and the tempo, or elevates the feel of the energy and the speed of the song from start to finish. Because realistically, it's not the fastest song in the world, but that, you know, elevated frequency on the cymbal sort of makes it sound a bit faster than it actually is. It was alright. It wasn't as good as Burnout, that tune. Wasn't as good as Burnout. We got Chump next. We were drilling out the line To Me It's Nothing afterwards. My little peeve with it is that they're writing pop songs. They're trying to really structure a song well. And when you learn the rules, you can break the rules. But I didn't really pick out the words having a blast that much within the song, if I did at all. That should be the, you know, the one line or the highlight where it escalates to having a blast. We're having a blast, you're having a blast, whatever, we're having a blast. So, you know, if we're writing songs, I would have liked to have that highlighted within the song. Otherwise, I would have called it To Me It's Nothing, you know what I mean? Next one's called Chump.
The bathroom's upstairs to the left.
The bathroom's upstairs on the left, people. Right. There's King of the Pit TV sounding in live and large. We're listening to Green Day Dookie from start to finish. This one is entitled Chump. Let's get straight into it, people. What?
I don't know you, but I think I hate you. You're the reason for my misery.
I'm liking it so far as the melody goes. The vocal line's cool. I don't like people talking about hate. I hate the word hate. There we go. I hate the word hate being put in songs. I've spent too much time listening to angry music, in all honesty. That's it. That's me. That's my personal pet peeve.
Stranger, you become my biggest enemy.
We should talk about what we love, people. We should express some kindness and love into the world.
And I never even seen your face. Well, maybe it's just jealousy and mix it up with a violent mind. Or circumstance that doesn't make much sense. Or maybe I'm just dumb.
I love that harmony there.
You're the cloud hanging out of
3 songs in, we've had the same structure at the start of each one. We've had, you know, 8 bars, 8 lines of lyrics potentially. How many lines? It wasn't 4, was it? Let's go back. But, you know what I mean, within the first 30-40 seconds, we've already kicked into the chorus. We haven't had a pre-chorus whatsoever. It's just gone verse, chorus, verse, chorus. So there's been no elevating into the chorus. We've just got straight to it. Let's go.
I don't know you, but I think I hate you. You're the reason for my misery. Stranger, you become my biggest enemy. And I never even seen your face. Well, maybe it's just jealousy and mix it up with a violent mind. Or circumstance that doesn't make much sense. Or
8 bars of verse, 4 bars of chorus, 2 bars of the turnaround after the chorus, which leads us back into the verse. Now, what they could do is do another 8 bars of verse, which perhaps they will do, but they could also just halve that as well and do only 4 bars of the verse to get into that chorus even faster. So they're drilling in the chorus section. If you're a Green Day fan and you're wondering why their songs are so catchy, it's because they mirror their sections. That verse section is the exact same melodically and syllabic. You tell me what that word is. It's got the exact same structure, just different words. So it mirrors the other section. It's just got different words to it. So it sticks in your head. Normally we consider the chorus being the catchiest bit, which it should really be, but it doesn't hurt to act as if that verse is a chorus as well and double up on it, as opposed to having it 2 separate entities. Is it time for a guitar solo, do you think? Here we go. This is a brilliant build-up. I really like this. This was a hardcore act. People would be diving off of every fucking centimetre of the stage. Sounded like AC/DC with them chords. Is it even going back into the chorus? Is this just going to drag out? That was good. I'm sure it's going to come into Longview because it cut off there at quite an awkward point, so I'm sure it's going to drag off and blend into this next song. That was good. I like the build-up, and I like that. Well, fingers crossed that let's just see if it goes into this next song before I comment. Yeah, it does. That's cool, because I thought it was just going to finish there, and I was bloody hell, and I was hoping for another chorus to finish off that big build-up into the and get back into the chorus. Anyway, this one's Longview, so there's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Green Day from start to finish. This one is entitled Longview. Hey, no comments to be made, let's do it. We're blending in from the track Chump. Taking the bass for the walk.
Sit around and watch the tube, but nothing's on. I changed the channels for an hour or two. Twiddle my thumbs just for a bit. I'm sick of all the same old shit. In a house with unlocked doors, and I'm fucking lazy. Bite my lip and close my eyes. Take
guitar riff reminds me of that Queens of the Stone Age number. I don't know which one it is. It's the most popular one, isn't it? Oh, you know what, right? So, like your metalheads and your musicians and stuff will say, oh, it's just power chords. Oh, you know what I mean? It's just power chords and a drum beat and so on and so forth, which I can agree. But what interests me is where these individuals from these bands learn how to songwrite. Because it's the same as the whole Good Charlotte thing. Because I'm blown away by Good Charlotte's songwriting, how they just came into the game with such an incredible understanding of how to write a great song, relatable, correct as far as songwriting structure and the application of lyrics go, and just sort of doing all the right things. Because it's so bizarre that these punk rockers sort of take their time to learn how to write a catchy pop song. So that intrigues me. I think Good Charlotte came out with better songwriting than what I've heard on this Green Day record so far, but I am enjoying it.
Peel me off this Velcro seat and get me moving. I sure as hell can't do it by myself. I'm feeling like a dog in heat, barred indoors from the summer street. I locked the door to my own cell and I lost a key. Bite my lip and close my eyes. Take me away to paradise. I'm so damn bored of everywhere bright and I smell like shit. I got no motivation. Where is my motivation? No time for the motivation. Smoking my inspiration.
First time where the drummers come off of that consistent accenting, really highlighting each beat on this riff.
I sit around and watch the phone, but no one's calling. Call me pathetic, call me what you will. Mama,
Hit a little.
call me what you will. My mother says to get a job, but she don't like the one she's got. When
My mum says get a job, but she don't like the one she's got. You can see how kids loved Green Day. Like, when I initially started listening into this record, I said I never delved into them when I was younger, because I know this is one of them bands which play an incredible role on the musical development of the younger generation. I mean, it's really no doubt how that line as well would appeal to that market of individuals.
masturbation's lost its fun, you're fucking low. Bite my lip and close my eyes. Take me away to paradise. I'm so damn bored, I'm going
What did he say there?
to paradise. Bite my lip and close my
Bite my lip and close my eyes.
eyes.
Take me away to paradise. And the next song is entitled Welcome to Paradise. So he might have got his wishes.
paradise. I'm so damn bored, I'm going blind and loneliness has to suffice. Bite my lip and close my eyes. Oh, slipping away to paradise. Some say quit or I'll go blind, but it's just not me.
A little bit of Money for Nothing, but a little bit of AC/DC in that guitar tone and riff. I don't know, you know, it's so subtle that it's more than likely unintentional, but if you know, by any chance, was the guitarist of this band an AC/DC fan? Because it comes out ever so slightly from time to time, but I don't know if some of it's just the production value and the guitar tone. Nice little fade out there. Little bit of jungle toms there. Little bit of George of the Jungle there on the toms. Next we got Welcome to Paradise. Let's get straight into it. Of course, after a little advertisement, don't get influenced, people, okay? I haven't got Grammarly, but I wouldn't recommend it. If anything, click the link in my description, if not my top pinned comment. Right. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Green Day's Dookie from start to finish. First time I've ever heard it. This one's entitled Welcome to Paradise. 8.2 million views, so this must be a good tune. Let's go. Come on. Do you know why this would have made an impact on the record as well? Because the last song, Longview, was the only song where the drummer did something different, basically. Slowed it down, halved the notes they were playing, but now we've come back to Welcome to Paradise. That high octane energy on the drums is back on. So, you know what I mean? We kick straight back into the Green Day, straight back into the punk rock.
Sudden fear has left me trembling, 'cause now it seems that I am out here on my own, and I'm feeling so alone. Pay attention to the cracked streets and the broken homes. Some call it sun, some call it nights. I wanna take you through a wasteland I'd like to call my own.
That backing vocal is very exciting. I like that a lot. I like the raise of it, how it just elevates from height to height. Yeah, like that excites me now. If I was a teenage kid listening to this, I'd get so excited by that. Come on.
Welcome to paradise. A gunshot rings out at the station. Another urchin snaps and left dead on his own. It makes me wonder why I'm still here. For some strange reason, it's now feeling like my home, and I'm never gonna go. Pay attention to the cracked streets and the broken homes. Some call it some call it nights. I wanna take you through a wasteland I'd like to call my own. Welcome to paradise.
Slayer. Fucking Slayer, man. You had the volume swell through that. So we had one guitar initially, then the second guitar doubled up, layered onto there, which I don't think they've got two guitars in the band, do they? Maybe they do. Does the frontman play guitar as well? Yeah, I think he does, right? It's not a 3-piece. It's a 4-piece where the vocalist also plays an instrument, innit? And now it feels like the volume's swelling somewhat. Now, I don't know if that's a dynamic thing on the actual instruments or if that's a production thing. I think it's a production thing.
Welcome to paradise.
Good tune. Oddly, to highlight an issue I had with an earlier track, if you saw me commenting on having a blast, I thought the words having a blast should have been highlighted in the song as sort of like, you know, the peak of the lyricism, the highest point, the highest concentrated, powerful point of the song to emphasize the song title. This, I think, has got the most views out of all the songs we've heard so far on this record, and Welcome to Paradise is very evidently the name of the song. If I was listening to any of the other tunes and I didn't know the name of the song, I wouldn't be able to find it. But I'd know this one was entitled Welcome to Paradise purely based on its pretty clear that it should be entitled that. Pretty good. That was a good tune. Most important part of that tune was the vocal harmonies raising up. Ah, really good. Next we've got Pulling Teeth. There's a hardcore adjacent band called Pulling Teeth. Never really listened to them too much, but they've got quite a good fan base. I don't know if they've got a good enough fan base for me to check them out and react to them, but... Right, so without further ado, my people... There's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Dookie start to finish. This one is entitled Pulling Teeth. We just listened to Welcome to Paradise. I'm happy that this is 2 minutes 30. That's a perfect time for me. Let's go. So once we remove the high octane tempo of the drummer, we do sort of just turn into a overtly distorted songwriter band. It really brings out the singer-songwriter element of this act. So to be truthful, the success of this band comes down to the frontman. I forgot his name, so tell me down in the comments what he's called. But without him writing these songs, the band wouldn't just be able to be Green Day as the instrumental. If they got another individual in with an even better voice, but didn't have the penmanship of this frontman, or whomever writes the songs, maybe the guitarist writes the songs for all I know, you know what I mean? But without that individual, this wouldn't be a successful band. Yeah, they'd be polished, high production, know how to structure a song, but as far as the actual, you know, relatable, emotional content, that just wouldn't exist. In a world where any instrumentalist who puts distortion on their instrument, or any sort of like punk or metal drummer, it's really refreshing to hear a band that is just so basic and so just down to the roots of what really matters. It's really pleasing, and for anyone who is in a band, wants to do a band, wants to be in a successful band and doesn't mind abiding by the rules, I mean, come on, it doesn't take much. Just get yourself to a good producer, ensure that whoever's writing your songs lyrically can put it together, and you know the difference between a verse and a chorus and a bridge section, and there you go. I love that restraint where the guitars just cut out. it cuts out and it kicks back in, just the timing of it all and the tempo of it, it sort of drags a bit, doesn't it? Especially in comparison to the other songs. It's just distorted open chords, cowboy chords, some may call them. It sounds heavy. It sounds heavy. They don't need to chug on the low E to produce this heavy sound. The impact and the timing they have when they come back into that verse section.
All I can really do, she takes good care of me. Just keep saying my love is true.
Good tune. Good tune. Good tune. It wasn't my favourite tune, but I appreciated it. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was a nice change of tempo, nice change of scenery for the record. We got the tune, we got Basket Case next, which, man, Basket Case, I think I had on my iPod. I downloaded it as a single off of iTunes, and we'll talk about that when we get onto the video. So next we got Basket Case, alright?
Thinking of getting
a mortgage? Too bad. If you're working class in this world, it might be a little bit of a struggle compared to the generations prior. Right. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. This one is Basket Case, 63 million views purely on the audio. I don't know if it came with a music video. It definitely should have come with a music video because this is larger than life, this tune. This is like one of, aside from American Idiot and Boulevard of Broken Dreams and is it Jesus of Suburbia? I can't remember that one much, but I remember the music video. This is like obviously one of the ones I am aware of. I downloaded this off of iTunes. My mum didn't know about it, off of her card back in the day. Not because I wanted it necessarily, but because, I don't know, it was popular, it was the right thing to do. Why not download Basket Case and listen to some Green Day? I was just downloaded like a Kiss record, which had a few tunes. I might do a reaction to Kiss, to be fair. And Basket Case was one of them, so to put a long story short, I have heard this one. But we're going to have a bit of a more thorough listen. I hadn't heard this since I was like a teenager, man. So that was a bit ago. Let's go. We're listening to Dookie start to finish. This is Basket Case, one hit wonder. It's not a one hit wonder, but it's a fucking leading tune at 63 million.
You have the time
Come on.
to listen to me whine.
So first comment is it's the first song in the record that has the palm mutes. I mean, on some bridge sections we have like broken chord palm mutes, but this is like metal chugging palm mute.
About nothing and everything all at once.
Straight with the harmonies.
I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me.
A little bit less than Jakey, that pre-chorus section with them harmonies. The higher harmony sounds a little bit like the Dreadhead from Less Than Jake.
It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up?
Brilliant as far as the structure and dynamic goes. When that kicks in, it's like getting a hammer to the face, and you've got the drum rolls, and then within seconds, we'll bring it back out again. We just, let's get back into that.
I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up?
Wow.
I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore. He said my life's a bore. Choke with my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
Blessed into control. So I better. Grasping. I thought it was blasting all these years.
Control.
So I better hold on. Sounds a little bit like the chord progression to Canon in D at the start. Is this in...
Control, so I better hold on.
Be with you one moment. I'm just getting a phone call through, people. Uno momento. Yo, I'm back. Hopefully that wasn't too long for you people. Right, basket case.
Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? My concern.
Do you reckon Green Day knew they had a hit with that one? Do you think they deemed that song separate to the others? This is track number 7 of 15 on the record. They've slap banged it in the middle, which in my opinion, having put out a couple of records with different bands and stuff, it doesn't tend to be a position you put your best song. Although if you wanted to separate what you wanted the band to be, you tend to throw a curveball in there about that position. So maybe they thought this song has a little bit more of a different emphasis to it. We'll throw it in there, then people won't be too annoyed and it won't represent the Green Day we want to be perceived as. It's crazy song. We've got the tune She next. Green Day rinsing advertisements on every song. To this day, this record just on YouTube will be making a couple of quid. I wonder who's getting paid for it though off of YouTube. It's provided to YouTube by Reprise. Is that Reprise Records? Is it a record label? Right, this one's got a lot of views as well, to be fair. Second so far in the view count. Des, King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. We're listening to Dookie start to finish. This one's entitled She. Shortest one so far at 2 minutes 15, which I am a fan of. I like short songs. And to be honest with you, for ease of this reaction channel to produce material, it helps me out that the songs are a little bit shorter. On a side note, I've been wanting to check out the Iggy Pop record. Is it 1970 or something like that? 1970 something? 1979? I don't know, you tell me. And the record's bare long, so I'm a bit scared to get stuck in. So this one's called She, 5.2 million views. So this is leading the views, just behind Basket Case. So it must be one of the fan favourites. Let's go.
She screams in silence, a sullen riot penetrating through her mind, waiting for a sign to smash the silence with a brick of self-control. Are you not just being now? Well, let's be back up on you. Are you feeling like that's such a tower that I have?
This drummer has played the same beat, I would say, at least 75% of this record so far.
Let me until my ears bleed. I'm taking it just for you. She's figured out all the doubts with someone else's point of view.
We got palm mute power chords again as well. So I said Basket Case at the start of that was like really the first introduction to the palm muted like metal-esque power chords. And now one track after we're back into them same power chords. So there's a little bit of development of the record up until this point.
Wait, yeah, nothing's done. So smash the silence with that brick of self-control. Are you
I like that. I like that.
Just for you.
Okay, my opinion is, I don't know why that had so many views in comparison to the others. It wasn't a bad tune, but it didn't stand out to me. It did not stand out. I think a lot of them views potentially came from people listening to Basket Case and allowing it to run on to the next tune. Is that good a song, do you think? Let me know. There's King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Dookie from start to finish. This one is Sassafras Roots. Yo, what can I say? Let's go. First time I've picked up on it, so I don't know if it sounds better on this record, but that snare is really cool on this tune. Sounds like he's proper fucking twatting it. Really good snare, I like that. Really pops. I think we spend so much time on the closed hi-hat and on the ride or whatever else in between, it sort of has been shifting my attention from the snare drum. Because that's sort of been the highlight of the drums, or really the main character of these drums so far, but that snare sounds proper cool. I wonder how much they paid the producer for this record. I'm sure they were signed by this point, right? So I wonder how much got put forward for the production of this record. 15 tunes at a decent producer for a full band's nothing to laugh at. And it sounds pretty good production-wise. It's a good, well-produced record. So, this band lyrically, it doesn't touch me to such a degree as some of the more direct acts, because it seems there's a little bit of vagueness when it comes to the actual lyrical context. There's no sort of direct, I'm singing about this one girl, she looks like this, she makes me feel like that. It's more so just like, Yeah, no, there's a little more of a generalisation on there, which in a Noel Gallagher from Oasis sort of way isn't a bad thing. It means you can project your own meaning upon some of these statements. But it doesn't connect with me emotionally on that degree because I don't necessarily know what a lot of the... When a tune's called Sassafras Roots, I don't get that. I have no clue what that means. So, lyrically speaking, I wasn't even paying too much attention to the words. It sounded very vague, very nonsensical to an extent. Wow, we got 28.7 million views on this. Wow, let's go. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's entitled When I Come Around. 28.7 million views on the audio disc. This has got to be a great song. I don't think I've heard this one, but I'm looking forward to it now. Let's jump straight into it. Heavy. Verging on heavy metal.
I heard you crying loud all the way across town. You've been searching for that someone that is me out on the crowd. As you sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Well, don't get lonely now. And try your white eyes. I'm just hoping for the moment sneezing my back just a target. So uptight you've been thinking about ditching me.
Right, are we getting into a chorus section now or something, what really sells the song? So far I can't see why it's got so many millions of views, so I'm assuming what's coming up next is going to be quite special.
No time that sets the world around. 'Cause you know where I'll be found when I come around.
What do you find so special about this song? Let me know.
I heard it all before. So don't knock down my door. I'm a loser and the user, so it's only no accuser to try and slag me down because I know you're right. So go do what you like. Make sure you do it right. You may find out that yourself that means nothing worth everything. You can't go forcing something if it's just not right. No time to search the world around. 'Cause you know where I'll be found when I come around.
Sorry to rehash the same thing, but it just really accentuates and emphasizes it. For any songwriters or musicians listening, right? We're listening to Dookie, the full album, and I have a little bit of a qualm that they're writing pop songs, but they're not abiding by what I believe is one of the most important aspects of writing a song if you want to dial a hook or a catchy set of words, keywords potentially into the song. Burnout, Having a Blast, Chump, Longview, Pulling Teeth, She, all of this stuff, they aren't highlighting and accentuating the title of the song as the chorus. The most popular song so far on this record has been Basket Case. You know what, people? You can hate on me because Basket Case doesn't do it either, and that's the most popular song. I've embarrassed myself here, people. I'm not even going to continue talking. I'm going to let the professionals do what they do best, and that is Green Day. Respect to Green Day, yeah? That twinkle over the top has got theme song value to it. You know what I mean? Like coming up next on channel so and so with that instrumental under the background.
No time to search the world around. 'Cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. When I come around. When I come around. When I come around.
That was alright, but it was overrated. 28.7 million views. I don't know why. Shall we have a quick look at the comments? Comments are turned off, so who knows. We've got Coming Clean next. There's King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. This one's Coming Clean off of Dookie. You know we're listening to the whole record. Let's go.
17 and strung out on confusion. Trapped inside a room of disillusion. I found out what it takes to be a man. Now mom and dad will never understand. Secrets all I take us but never forget. Skeletons come to life in my closet. I found out what it takes to be a man. Now mom and dad will never understand what's happening to me.
Relatable for the kids growing up on Green Day. Speaking to the market they had, were they 17 at the time of writing that? Were they older? Definitely, I could see how that would be quite a popular tune with myself in my teenage years, listening to Green Day in high school. Next one is Emenius Sleepus. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're on track number 12 of 15. We're listening to Dookie from start to finish. Emenius Sleepus, you let me know. This is the least listened to track so far on the record, so let's see if I have a differing opinion.
I saw my friend the other day, and I don't know exactly just what he became. It goes to show it wasn't long ago that I was just like you, and I think I'm sick and I wanna go home.
I really like the drum rolls on this one. Like little triplets.
And how have you been? It's been so long. What have you done with all your time? And what went wrong? I knew you back when, and you knew me. And I think you're sick, and I wanna go home. Anybody ever say no? Ever tell you that you are right? Where did all the little kids go? Did you listen in a hateful fight? I didn't know it's true. It wasn't long ago, and I was just like you. And I think I'm sick, and I wanna go home.
Okay, I'll be fair with you at this point. It seems like filler. We've listened to the same song a lot over this track, which, I mean, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So it's completely understandable. I sort of abide by that as far as songwriting goes, but 12 songs in, coming to a song like that, would the record, would it matter if that song was removed from the record? Would it raise the overall quality? Probably. We got the tune In the End next, okay? 1 minute 47. I don't know what to expect, whether I'm going to sort of be verging on boredom at this point. Hopefully something sells me in these next 3 songs. There's King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. This one is entitled In the End. Let's go. That's a D beat, that. Burnt banana bread, burnt banana bread. A drum beat popularised by Discharge in particular and the Verucas in the early 80s. Although Discharge was influenced by a song called You Tell Me That, I forgot what song it is. It was a song by the Buzzcocks which used this particular drum beat, and it became an incredible staple of punk rock sound. You Tear Me Up is the sound of the first time this drum beat was acknowledged in punk rock music. The hell was that dissonance there? Drummer was grooving throughout that. That was really nice on the drum. Cool. That wasn't a bad song. I really enjoyed the bridge section. I liked the D beat on the drums as well, to be honest. I'm a big fan of a D beat, so that's okay. Saved it a little bit from that last song, which wasn't fantastic. Just seemed like filler. We've got F.O.D. next. Oh, we might have a little bit of acoustic to start. There's King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. We're finishing off the Dookie record with F.O.D. Let's go. Whoops. One moment, let me just get back to the start. We can't miss a single second, can we? Let's go.
Something's on my mind.
First clean guitar we've had.
For quite some time. It's time I'm on to you. So where's the other face? The face I heard before. Your head trips boring me. Let's do the bridge we torched 2000.
I'd like some time to acknowledge the advertisement I got here. Top tune. What? How is it that big? If I want looking after a YouTube channel, I'd click that and see where that went. Top tune, if you're that way inclined. Let's go.
This time we'll blast it all to hell. I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching now to say. Stuck down in a rut of dislogic and spun. A side of you well hid. When it's all said and done, it's real and it's been fun. But was it all real fun? Let's do the bridge we torched 2,000 times before. This time we'll blast it all to hell. I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's
that drum and guitar coming in there was like just a big Titanic wave crashing over what the song was. Like the power emphasis of it and the dynamic change just completely drowned out any existence of what happened prior.
I'll run, I can't explain it 'cause I think it's fun. I'll take, get right, and tell it get a fuck off and die. I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching now to say I'm taking pleasure in the doubts I miss you. So listen up, 'cause you might miss. They're just above. I can't explain it 'cause I think it's wrong. I'll take, get right, and tell it that I'm fuck off and die. Good night.
That was good. I like how they switched it up. I was almost expecting them to have a completely clean song because it went on for quite a bit. About half of the song was clean. Yeah, that was a nice little switch up. I appreciate that. Let's finish this record off with All By Myself, which might have the lowest view count out of them all. So I don't think they're finishing on a high. There's only one way to find out. On the advertisement, it just said chainmail is back. Yo, I went to college with a fella who literally wore chainmail. Like, shit, you know he came in wearing chainmail. How bold is that? There's King of the Pit TV. We're finishing off All By Myself. It doesn't seem like they're finishing off on a high. I do sort of prejudge with the view count of these songs relative to what the others are gaining. 909,000 views, which is incredible when you think about it, how 909,000 views strictly on audio is deemed like bad. That really shows how incredible this record is and how appealing it is. I'm rambling, let's go. All By Myself. Is this a secret track or something? Was this a secret track?
I was alone. I was all by myself. No one was looking. I was thinking of you. Oh yeah, did I mention I was all by myself? All by myself.
Is this a piss tape?
All by myself. All by myself. I went to your house, but no one was there.
I'll finish it through and tell you my opinion after, alright?
In your room. I was all by myself. You and me have such wonderful times when I'm all by myself. All by myself.
Alright, cool. Right, first and foremost, what I do like about stuff like this is that it's full of little tidbits. Like, I like the way it was recorded with the little backing vocals and the little noise. Sometimes it's pretty cool to have a little insight into the studio or sort of the recording process. It sort of humanizes and gives a little, for me being a musician, relatability, but to a general audience, potentially, you know, a little more, it humanizes the act, aside from them being like polished Goliath punk rockers Green Day. Now, on the other hand, it's debatable as to whether you should throw this sort of stuff on a record, because I wanted to hear something proper. I couldn't care less about something like this, in all honesty. And if you are to do something like this, at least make it good. To sort of take the piss is just a bit, I don't know, are they taking the piss out of their listeners? You know what I mean? I bought their record, I want high quality material. I don't want them to have a laugh at my expense and me to spend a 15th of my money to go towards this record to be invested into something like this. Who knows? You let me know. I mean, you could have plenty of inside jokes with your mates and stuff who are into the record. I'm all by myself. You know what I mean? There is a hook to it to that degree. So I guess that's pretty cool. Anyway, we won't look into it too deep. We're talking music, aren't we? And we're spouting opinions. So that was me signing out. I hope you enjoyed. If there's anything you would like me to check out, leave a comment down below. Let's keep it moving. One love, people.